Hi there, I'm Sarah Piddington, the Safety Chick. You're about to watch video 3 in the series on your brain and how to make your brain work better at work. As always, my contact details are at the end of the video, and also they are shown underneath the YouTube video, or if you're on my website, it's on the Contact Us page of our website. Please use the comments box underneath this video and share your thoughts and your comments and any questions that you may have. I love to hear from you guys. Part 3, this is about the limbic system, L-I-M-B-I-C, limbic. In part 2, we discuss the prefrontal cortex and the importance of letting your prefrontal cortex rest by saving mentally draining important tasks for when you have most glucose in your system. So doing things like emails, meetings, Excel spreadsheets, first thing in the morning or after lunch when your glucose levels are higher. This video coming up explains what happens when you become overstimulated or understimulated. In other words, when you're stressed or bored. The limbic system contains areas like the amygdala and your hippocampus. You've probably heard of some of these. It is a very skittish area of your brain, and quite unconsciously it drives your behaviour. It's constantly on the lookout for potential threats. Your limbic system is making decisions every single moment about the way you interact with the world. So it's whether you're in a toward state, which is essentially, is this going to bring a reward to me, or an away state? Is this a threat? Is this danger? Physiologically, in the past, with our hunter-gatherer relatives, those with the best threat system lived the longest. The limbic system gets over-aroused and decision-making capabilities can go out the window. So you need to be aware of when you're at your peak mental performance. And peak mental performance requires just the right levels of stress, not minimal stress when you're bored. Peak mental performance occurs when you have intermediate levels, not low or high, of two important neurotransmitters, and they are norepinephrine and dopamine. These two relate to alertness and interest. So if you don't have enough levels, you're bored, you're understimulated, and you don't perform at your peak. If it's too much, you get a bit too freaked out, a bit too stressed out, and you can't perform properly at work. So be aware of yourself, whether you thrive on the pressure of a deadline or whether you crumble under the stress, whether you love getting a project done early or whether you find it totally boring and you'd much prefer to leave things to the last minute. Another important thing for you to remember is that breaks are really important. That afternoon banana, the glass of juice, or the cup of tea or coffee. It helps clear your mind and it gets your mind back on form. So if you've got a difficult task, clear your mind of internal distractions before you start it. If you've got things flying around your brain, write yourself a post-it note, set it aside and come back to it later. Remove all external distractions completely when you need to focus. And sometimes if you're a manager, it's best to support your staff member in working from home, as there are less distractions than in the office, unless of course they have a screaming infant when they come to work for the break. Take a walk. Go outside, walk around the block. Take a walk when you're stressed. It activates a different area of your brain and allows your limbic system to become under-aroused and go back to normal. Simply doing something like tying your shoelace or going to the kitchen to get a cup of coffee can help. And it's important to realise also that you can consciously manipulate these levels to improve your alertness. You can visualise something that scares you if you're under-aroused, or if you're bored, visualise something that excites you. So that's it on the limbic system for today. In future, I'll talk to you about the basal ganglia, which functions beneath your conscious awareness, and it helps you on things like why you can drive and think about a meeting at the same time, but you can't drive and do anything else at the same time if you're suddenly driving on the wrong side of the road in a foreign country. So, more on that next time. In the meantime, enjoy getting to know your brain better. Bye.